He's the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the faithful witness, King of kings and the sinner's friend. He was and is to come, the ruler of the earth, the firstborn from the grave, who gave the soul a second birth. Revelation chapter 1 serves as the foundational unveiling of the book, shifting focus from the suffering servant of the Gospels to the glorified and reigning King. For a Bible study lesson, it can be broken down into three key movements: the prologue, the doxology, and the vision of Christ.
One divine trilogy, one vision of Christ.
With the prologue, a divine chain of custody, the book begins by establishing its authority and a promise for its readers, the chain of revelation.
God the Father gave the message to Jesus Christ,
who sent an angel to John, who then recorded it for his servants. This highlights that while John is the writer, Jesus is the author. The triple blessing
is the only book in the Bible that promises a specific lesson for those who read, hear, and keep, obey its word.
The goal of prophecy is not just academic knowledge, but obedience and application.
Who Jesus is today.
John greets the 7 churches by defining Christ's eternal nature and present work, the Trinity.
Grace is offered from the Father,
Him who is
was and is to come,
the Holy Spirit,
the 7 spirits,
and Jesus. He is utterly reliable and true, firstborn from the dead. He is preeminent and has conquered death forever. He holds ultimate authority over every earthly government.
Jesus declares he is the beginning and the end,
encompassing all of human history and eternity.
Christ in the midst of the 20.
John, exiled on the island of Patmos, for his faith receives a breathtaking vision of the risen Lord.
John was in the Spirit on the Lord's day when he heard a voice like a trumpet, the imagery of the glorified.
Long robe and golden side
represents his roles as priest and king,
symbolizes eternal wisdom and purity.
Eyes of fire
signifies piercing discernment and knowledge.
Feet of bronze
represents strength
and the bringing of judgment.
2 episodes out of God,
the judge is the heart.
The mystery revealed explains the symbols. The 7 stars are the messengers of the churches, and the 7 lampstands are the churches themselves.
Jesus is not distant,
he is standing in the midst
of his churches, sustaining and protecting them,
even through persecution. Reflection questions for the study:
how to see in Jesus as almighty and the first and last.
Change your perspective on current world events.
John's reaction to the vision was to fall at his feet as though dead.
Do we still maintain this level of awe and reverence for Christ? Since the time is near, how should the promise of blessing for those who keep these words change your daily walk this week?
The Father spoke to Jesus, and the message took its flight through an angel down to Patmos in the middle of the night. John picked up the pen to write the things he heard and saw, a chain of divine custody, a vision filled with awe. If you read, if you hear it, if you keep it in your heart, you're blessed by the beginning of the end before it starts.
He's the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the faithful witness, King of kings and the sinner's friend. He was and is to come, the ruler of the earth, the firstborn from the grave, who gave the soul a second birth. To the 7 churches, let the grace and peace flow down from the 7-fold Spirit and the one who wears the crown. He washed us in his crimson blood and made us priests and kings. To him be all the glory for the hope the future brings. Look up toward the clouds, for every eye shall see him soon. The Son of Righteousness outshines the stars and fading moon. Oh, on the Lord's day in the Spirit, John heard a trumpet sound. He turned to see the majesty and fell upon the ground. There stood the Son of Man with hair as white as driven snow, with eyes of flaming fire and a face with sunlight glow. In a long robe and a golden sash, our priest and king appears, with a voice like rushing waters that can silence all our fears. His feet are glowing bronze, like they've walked through furnace heat. A two-edged sword is in his mouth, the victory is complete. He holds the 7 stars, the messengers of light, walking through the lampstands in the middle of the night. Don't be afraid, he says, his hand upon the shore. I was dead, but look, I am alive forevermore.
He holds the keys to death and hell. The darkness has to flee. The mystery is revealed for all the world to see.
The stars are in his hand, the church is in his side.